Yo, what up guys, I'm Sammy and welcome back to the Soul Brothers channel. In this video, we're going to be talking about some of the worst basketball shoes you can get, or the most disappointing shoes to me in my opinion, right? So of course, this list isn't like all these shoes are terrible. Some of these shoes are actually pretty nice. It's just that I was expecting a lot more from this shoe. So anyways, let's get started off with the Adidas Hardened Volume 5. And just the Hardened Volume 5 in general is not very nice, like I didn't really enjoy playing in that shoe like at all. It feels like bricks on your feet, it's just super stiff material. Cushion isn't that nice, very clunky. It feels like a boot, very heavy as well. It was like 16 ounces for a low top shoe. And did you guys notice Harden was playing in the Hardened Volume 2? Why? I don't know. Maybe he doesn't like the Hardened Volume 5, but yeah. So that shoe, disappointing, because I was super excited about the drop-in midsole, like with the boost and then light strike, and it looked dope. But also it's just like a really bad shoe to play in, like a bad performer. So I also wouldn't recommend getting it. All right, next we got the Adidas Next Level Future Natural, right? So the Next Level is actually not that bad, but also like not the best, or also like not that nice. You know what I mean? Like it was okay. It was way better than the Hardened Volume 5. I definitely feel like that's what the Hardened Volume 5 should have been. You guys can check out the versus video if you guys want, but it's $180 freaking dollars. Still super heavy, 16 ounces. Again, I was very hyped on the cushioning setup with the drop-in boost and light strike combo, but also it felt like a boot, pretty clunky, especially in the heel because of all of that rubber. And yeah, the Next Level was a pretty big disappointment. And also, like, I'm seeing a lot of people that are sponsored by Adidas, especially in the NBA. They aren't playing in the Next Levels. A lot of them are just playing in like the BYWs or the Dame 7. All right, next we got the Puma Chord Rider, right? So I wasn't really expecting all too much, to be honest. I was like, oh yeah, LaMelo plays in it. It's $100. So I guess I wasn't like super disappointed when I played in it. But like when I played in it, I was like, yo, this shoe isn't that nice, dude. And yeah, the traction just was not it. It just picked up dust like crazy. Cushion was also pretty disappointing. It was like that new rider foam or whatever, but it wasn't that nice. And a pretty heavy shoe as well, and I guess everything else about it, like the fit, support, and all that was pretty good. But that shoe, just like I really didn't like playing in that shoe, so I just wouldn't recommend getting that shoe. And also the KD Tray 5 9, right? So as you guys know, the KD Tray 5 7 and 8 was like amazing. With the renewed foam, the traction was really good, as well as it being durable. Materials were really nice as well, especially for the price. And then the KD Tray 5 9, I guess it was a little bit of an improvement for the cushion. You got that renewed cushion, it was pretty nice. And you have a 4-foot zoom in it, which was, that's pretty nice, but the traction just wasn't like that nice, And also the fit was really bad for me. KDs in general, and also the KD Tray 5 line, it fits really narrow, and fits my foot very well because I like to have a very snug fit. But for some reason, the Tray 5 9 is like a little wider and also a lot roomier in the toe box, which I didn't like. So because of that, it's not a bad performer. I'm not saying it's bad at all. It's just that I was pretty disappointed because I love the KD Tray 5 8 so much, so that's why it's on this list. All right, next we got the Jordan 1 Take 2, or I guess the Westbrook 1 Take 2, but they're just calling it the Jordan 1 Take 2. But anyways, it's a takedown model for Russell Westbrook, and I'm pretty disappointed in the shoe, and also like it wasn't the best performer either. The first 1 Take, the Westbrook 1 Take, was really nice. Traction was amazing, cushion was nice, materials were actually very nice for the price. It was like a very nice, snug and cozy material. But then the 1 Take 2, the material was like, it's not terrible, but it wasn't the best. The cushion also wasn't that nice. I don't know what it was, but it's just like the 4-foot zoom in, it just wasn't as bouncy as the first shoe. Also, the traction wasn't that nice. So yeah, I was pretty disappointed in the shoe. And also the 1 Take 2 isn't the best performer. Next, as you guys all know, it's the Kawaii. I mean, the Kawaii is a nice shoe. It has good features about it. Like the traction is nice. It's very durable as well. The cushion is pretty damn nice as well. Full length fuel cell. Got a good amount of compression in the heel. It has a little bit of a rebound back as well. Materials were pretty bad. It's really stiff at first. It breaks in, gets a little bit softer. It's very supportive as well, but just for me personally, I don't know if anyone else noticed this, but it's just like in the back, that back part is super stiff and it digs into my Achilles, and I could not play in that shoe. So yeah, I was kind of disappointed because, you know, I want to like the shoe, and it definitely, like, all of the categories about that shoe, all of the features were, like I said, nice, but then just because of that one thing, I was disappointed because of that one thing I couldn't play in it, you know? So yeah, if you don't experience that, the Kawaii is definitely a solid performer. But if you do, I would suggest not getting it, because that part that digs into your Achilles does not break in. Alright, next we got the Kyrie Flytrap 4, terrible shoe. The Kyrie Flytrap 1, 2, and 3 were all amazing. Like, incredible traction, you got the outsole curvature. Cushion was, I mean, it's a Kyrie, so it sucked. But the materials were also pretty damn nice. It was a textile material, support was there and all that. Great looking shoes as well, but the Kyrie Flytrap 4 was just, like, the traction was terrible. The cushion also was terrible. Materials, I would say, were terrible, especially comparing it to like the first 3 models. I guess the 3 wasn't the best either. The 1 and 2, I would say, had the best quality materials. But anyways, so because of that, I mean, if you're a Kyrie, you should have good traction, you know? So yeah, the Kyrie Flytrap 4 I was pretty disappointed in because I love the Flytrap line so much, and it's not a good performer. Alright, next we got the Kyrie Low 4, and it's definitely an amazing performer, amazing shoe. I'm still testing it out, but so far I really like playing that shoe. It's just I was super disappointed in the Cushlon. That's about it. You know, so I was very excited. You know, the leaks were coming out and it said full length Cushlon on the back, and we saw the leaks and stuff. I was like, yo, that's gonna be nice, because I was expecting like the Kawaii 5 Protro Cushlon, or even the KD14 Cushlon, you know, where it's super soft in those shoes. But then I was like, yeah, dude, finally the Kyries have a nice cushioning setup, you know, it's gonna be comfortable and stuff. But then I got it and it's like, it's not that nice. It might as well be Phylon, you know, why is it Cushlon, you know? So major disappointment there, but still I really like that shoe. I really actually, like, I've been playing in it, it's super nice. So yeah, just I guess because of the Cushlon, I was disappointed. Alright, next shoe we got the Anta KT6. I guess it's time for the KT7. The KT6 is pretty old, but you know, I love the way the shoe looks. You know, it's an amazing looking shoe, and also it was like, you know, super new cushioning setup with the all D flash, and then the smart SAM in the heel and stuff. And then I was like, ooh, that sounds real nice. And the materials look pretty nice as well. But then, like, the cushioning setup was very underwhelming, and the materials were not that nice. It was just like fused and plastic. I mean, it broke in, it was like super thin, but like it also like wasn't my favorite, you know? Yeah, the KT6, it was a pretty big letdown because I was very excited about it, especially since I love the KT line. You know, the KT4 and the KT5 were both pretty damn nice. So yeah, the KT6 was a disappointment. Not saying it's a bad performer though, it's actually a solid shoe, but my level of disappointment was pretty high for the KT6, so that's why it's on this list. And last but not least, we got the Adap BB 2.0. It's a pretty old shoe actually, and I also don't know why it's still on Nike.com, but it is, so I'm including it on this list. But yeah, that shoe was like 18 ounces, 17 ounces. It was freaking heavy, very bulky as well. You're pretty high up off the ground. I guess the cushioning setup is nice. You know, you have a good amount of compression in the heel. You got that Zoom turbo unit in the forefoot, and traction was pretty nice as well. But as far as the Adapt with the automatic laces and stuff like that, and adding so much weight to the shoe, it was a pretty big disappointment, and I didn't really like playing that shoe either. So yeah, that's pretty much my list for either disappointing shoes or bad performing shoes. But anyways, that about wraps it up. If you've ever been disappointed in a shoe, tell us what yours would be down in the comment section below. But that's it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.